Can I show you my lipstick? It's this ink one by Chanel. It's so beautiful. I'm not wearing anything on my face, just the lipstick. And look how beautiful it looks. Maybe here, more light. I'm gonna look for it actually so I can show you. It's the Rouge Allure ink in Rose Prodigious. Prodigious? What language is that? It's not French, it's not English. It's number 160. And it's just such an amazing kind of berry red, which are my favorites. And it feels really good. I didn't remember feeling this good about this lipstick. Can we take a minute to appreciate my biker outfit? So I am wearing a really nice wrap dress under my romp leather jacket, my Gabrielle bag, and this is a tip that I learned on the internet yesterday. If you have a really long maxi dress, like I have, this is a really nice maxi dress that I got the other day, by the way. So I really like this. Do if you're cycling is just tie it. So I'm gonna try that. You know me, I'm always trying to swim against the current. So when I'm cycling, then I want to wear a maxi dress. Otherwise, I want to wear shorts. What a difference a month makes. Everything is open now. Pretty gorgeous. If only I knew anybody here. Did I mention that I told my flatmates that she could come if she wanted? So we're both gonna be suffering together. I'm gonna be bad and try some Italian gelato. Here we have my ice cream. So they have one called chocolate sorbet. No, it's called bio, but it's basically chocolate sorbet. So it doesn't have any milk. It's just sorbet with really dark chocolate. Darkest chocolate. I guess I must go because I'm like a bird. I need to follow the sunshine, and the sunshine is leaving me. I love how I fell and nobody even stopped to help me. You know, there was a car right next to me when I fell. I didn't actually fall because I was standing, but my bike fell to the side. Anyway, if it was me, I would have just stopped. I mean, we were driving, both the cars and me, so slow. It was literally walking speed. It wasn't even, they didn't even have to stop much, just kind of like say something out of the window. They didn't even say anything. They just continued driving. I don't understand. I don't know, it's a paradox really, because on one hand, I want to say that people here are very open and friendly. When I say people here, I mean like Spanish people, because I know there's a lot of non-Spanish people here. But there's just this conflict of personality where on one hand, they're really friendly. Maybe it depends on the person. Because some people, I don't know what they are, they're dry, they're abrupt. I think the only word for it is really rude. Like when my friends from other places come to Spain, they just tell me that why are people so rude? Like they're actually shocked that people will want to stay in front of them in line, or just like ignore you if they bump into you. Or they're really quite dry when they're serving you in a shop. That kind of thing, it's completely normal. Nobody complains about it, nobody thinks it weird. Somehow you as a customer feel you always have to give this impression of being really humble and almost like begging them, and almost like always having all the time in the world to wait for them, for the people who are serving you. I guess it's just a completely different, it's the opposite to how customer service is in other countries, especially the US. That's the extreme, where customer service is like amazing. And then the UK, where people are naturally quite polite because there's the British. British politeness. But here, I just don't understand. Is it politeness? Is it lack of manners? Maybe it is. Maybe that's what it is. It's just lack of manners. Because let's relive the episode that I had when getting an ice cream today. My videos are turning so neurotic, but this is a face of my personality, so there you go. So I went to the counter. I wanted to get an ice cream. Seems simple enough. I was looking at the flavors and stuff. After a while of looking at the flavors, one girl at the other side of the counter says, "Excuse me," she was quite nice. She's like, "Excuse me, you have to come here and pay first." Which always messes with my mind because it's like, I haven't even looked at the flavors. I don't know what I like. I haven't really gotten any information about how this system works, how big it is, how much they put, whatever. And I already have to pay for what I'm having before even knowing what I'm having. But anyway, I kind of knew what I was having because it was the smallest thing. And I was kind of sure I wanted the chocolate one. Although I could have changed my mind after talking to the person that would serve me afterwards. But anyway, I went to the till and I paid. And the girl was nice. She was friendly. She was like smiley. They don't even need to smile. Like, I don't care about them smiling. But just to be courteous with you, you know, to be respectful, to be friendly, open. So then I go to the counter, the display where all the ice cream is, and the girl just stares blankly at me. She's like, "How many flavors?" Like that, like serious poker face. How many flavors? And I'm like, trying to start a conversation. So last year I was having this amazing dark chocolate. It was really bitter and really. She just continues staring blankly at me. I'm like, it was really delicious. Could it have been this sorbet one? I'm like pointing at the one that I was pretty sure it was that one, but still it was nice to kind of talk about it. And she was like, "Yep, that's the dark chocolate." And I'm like, okay. "So does that one have any milk?" She's like, "No." I'm like, okay, so that was probably the one that I had. She's like, "Okay, you want that one?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I was like, I also had it with something else. I think it was some kind of nut. Could it have been hazelnut? Which ones do you have with hazelnuts? She wasn't responding. I was like, she was like staring serious at me, like fuck, get out of my way sort of look. I was like, pointing at another one, "Is it that one?" And she's like, "Yes, that's hazelnut." I'm like, "Do you have any others that are nuts?" "No." And then I pointed at another one. "What is that one?" She's like, "Pistachio." I'm like, "Okay, so that's also a nut. Do you have any others that have nuts?" Just kind of like, because they had like 100 flavors. She just wasn't getting anything. And in the end, I just kept pointing at them. I'm like, "What is that one?" Because there was another one with like nuts in the little picture. And she's like, "That's like Nutella." She didn't explain what was in it, because I'm pretty sure there was something more. But anyway. And then I kept asking, because I don't know, I always like to get recommendations or just give me an idea of what you do, because maybe I would want to try something else. Or I remember last time I was there, the guy was advising me on what flavors go with other flavors, and I would have liked to do that. I'm like, I remember the nuts went really well with the dark chocolate. Maybe I could try a nut with it. She wasn't responding. She's like, "All of the flavors are listed down below the containers." And I'm like, I can see that, but you know, I didn't say that. But I was like, really? That's it? Okay. I was like, I'll just have the dark chocolate. So I just had the dark chocolate. But you know, that kind of customer service, it just really dampens your experience. And I'm really not that one of those people who need to have an exceptional, hyper person serving them. Or even, I don't like when people are fake necessarily, although it can be fun. But I don't expect that. But it just seems so rude to be so not even uninterested, so brutally dismissive of your customers. It's just nice to get some advice on what they think is good from their company. Or I don't. Anyway, The ice cream was amazing, and I will go back because it's just one person serving you. I've had amazing service there before, and the girl at the till was quite nice. Even though I don't agree with that thing where you have to pay before you order, because it's just a mystery. You don't know what you're ordering, you don't know what you're paying for. It's like in the frozen yogurt place in Snog. I think there you also have to pay before you order. I always find that really confusing because I don't know. I always like to kind of ask them or what other people are having, or just have a look at all the containers and how they look before deciding. And you know me, I like to study things and research, and that's part of the experience for me. Not just getting to the location, but the journey. I was just writing a new post about my May favorites. This is it. Oh, I must change this address. This is not good. I was just checking out a few things on Instagram. You know how everybody on Instagram nowadays is a concierge service? It's like people keep following me and they're all concierge services. Who needs so much orientation in life and like lifestyle help? Lifestyle help, healers and gurus, and concierge services. It's like, let's not live our own lives anymore. Good morning. I just went to get a nice soup for lunch. I haven't had breakfast yet, but I eat so much at lunch that it balances out. I think I'm gonna make another video about the woman thing today. I was gonna do it yesterday and then I just wasn't in the mood. I have to be in the right mindset, especially because I'm talking for so long. I feel a little bit trapped here, like there's so much stuff I need. I keep thinking, I have a list actually of stuff I need to pick up from London when I manage to go back. I want my strand of pearls. You know when you're out for more than a week and your style changes in your head and you need other stuff. I need to have a good selection of things, and then I will only use the same 3 things for a week or 2, but I need that selection. So after that week, I change everything, I vary. I suddenly want to wear my strand of pearls, especially because maybe I'm in a different location, so I want to wear different things. Makeup, I want to wear different makeup stuff. Like I want to wear my Tom Ford, I didn't bring it. What else do I need to bring? I need to bring skirts. I don't have any skirts. I just have these shorts, which are, by the way, huge on me right now. And it looks kind of weird because they fall, which is good news in a way, but they don't look that great. So I need more shorts, and actually maybe I should order more of these because these are 24, believe it or not. They're a really, really large 24. And of course, I need face creams. I need probiotics. So today I am having again this homemade onion soup, which I loved. Onion soup is such a great idea, especially if you like it. But it's just, to me, it tastes amazing. And it's literally just onions, but it's kind of sweet. And it has a lot of pepper and a lot of garlic. And it has literally no calories if it's just the soup. Of course, I like to have it with a little bit of baguette. So I was thinking maybe I'll have the soup, baguette, and a little bit of jamón de jabour. And since I am here alone for another week, I'm also making plans as to not go crazy. So my mom suggested, since I'm cycling, I can go to Formentera, because Formentera, it's all about bicycles. Everybody goes in a bicycle there. Shame is that the weather is not quite summer yet, so to go to beach places, Formentera is mostly a beach place. To hear the birds, they're inside my extractor fan. But anyway, I think if I get the boat there, I can cycle just around the island. I mean, there's mountains and hills and things like that. Most of it is coast, that's true, because it's a really small place. This is gonna be my lunch. Don't get fooled though, because as soon as the bread finishes, I add more. Same with the jamón. I wanted to just say something before I forget, because I'm listening to a really good podcast with Russell Brand. I like his podcast a lot, and he's interviewing a professor, and they are just talking about how nobody wants to give lectures on gender differences because it's a very controversial subject. And he's just saying that there's plenty of proof that there's differences of personality biologically between men and women, and that talking about it shouldn't be an offense to women. And I agree with that. But then from what I've been reading recently, it's obvious to me that the so-called biological differences may well stem by the situation that we've been subjected to over decades and centuries that unavoidably shapes your personality. And also he's saying that, and I agree with this, the argument of whether women are underrepresented in important jobs or positions of power, that is true, but they are also underrepresented in lower paid jobs. So basically men are overrepresented in every part of communities or society. Now, it's true that I don't know why women bring this up all the time, because what they should be bringing up, what we should be talking about, is that we are underrepresented everywhere, not just in positions of power, but we generally don't exist because humanity is male, as we have seen. Neutrality is male. The majority of people that come up in conversation, be them poor or powerful or whatever, they are male. So that is what we should be talking about. We shouldn't be arguing so much about not being in positions of power. We should be not arguing, but more aware of the fact that women are underrepresented in general. And the other thing that he was saying that is true, and sometimes we forget, is that men in positions of lower paid jobs, or who are not as lucky, who are not as privileged, nobody thinks about them, nobody ever considers them, nobody ever puts them in the conversation when talking about what a man is. And that's true. What a man is always meant to be successful above everything, just like a woman is supposed to be beautiful. It just comes with the definition of who they are. And that's another thing that we should be aware of. I'm having toast and croissant and everything. It's one of my best friend's birthdays, so I'm sending him flowers and songs. Oh, I wish I was in London to celebrate. It's already almost 5. I've been working, but I haven't really achieved much. So I'm gonna have a nice coffee and continue.